Can you tell me about Rondo before the interstate came along?
It was our own self-contained neighborhood. We had stores, we had barbershops, we had doctors, and we didn't allow the racism or the discrimination that existed in the city at that time to impact us. This was our world, and our home was a safe house for some in the community. If they got down on their luck, that was a place that they could go to. My grandma, she was just an amazing woman. Even though she was blind, she had great spirit and great faith. And my grandpa was a very, very strong and principled man that was respected by many in the community. People would be drunk and cussing, and when they get close to the house, they would stop all that and bow their head. They were everything to me.
What do you remember about I-94 coming to Rondo?
I started looking around, and little by little, the houses are disappearing, and all this was sort of slow motion. And I knew that my grandpa was fighting the fight, as far as not wanting to move. That's what he did up until the end. That home and that land was everything to him. He had a plan to leave that land to his children and his grandkids. That would be part of his legacy. When they came to take his house, that was all gone. And he was never the same. A year after they put him out, he died. I just felt for a period of time that nobody really gave a damn. After I came home from the service, I looked up and they took the Rondo street signs down. I said, damn, they want to pretend like we never even existed.
When did you first decide that you wanted to help the Rondo community?
Well, I used to think, where in the hell was the NAACP and the Urban League? Nobody was standing up. And so, when you ask other folks to do something, it's not enough to ask them, but more importantly, that you set an example. I ended up being the president for the NAACP down the road for almost 20 years at the urging of your grandma.
All these years later, how is the community working to reclaim some of what was lost?
We will never, ever get back all that we lost. But, what we want to do is to try to establish a presence of what we used to have. The Reconnect Rondo project looks at building a land bridge over the freeway that would have affordable housing, businesses, green space, and it would establish an African American culture corridor. You can't grow land, you can't get land anywhere else, and by building a land bridge, we hope to reconnect.
Why did you want to share this conversation with me?
Well, I'm a complicated old man. I go between anger and I go between hope. And so I just want you to always be hopeful. Never, ever, ever, ever give up. I'm just thankful that I was able to share this with you.